Hello, friends and family. Have I got a story for you guys? So here I'm walking the dogs in beautiful, perfect weather, San Miguel Allende, de Allende. So much has happened over the last week, so I thought I'd do a video just to catch you guys up because it's fucking crazy. So for one thing, my serotonin's been messed up. I've been struggling with mood big time. And took a lot of it out on Scott, which is rough, but he's nothing if not long suffering. So we've managed to work it out, but I also upped my Prozac, so that's good. It's weird to have a low mood in such a beautiful place. It seems like, how could I have a low mood? But I've been worrying a lot about Tyrone because he's very angry at me for not being present. And you know, just thinking about my kids a lot and feeling like I should be doing stuff for them instead of enjoying time here. The place has huge garden and grounds, and Scott and I have both just worked so hard and enjoyed it so much. What, baby? What's wrong? What's the matter? It's a little Bosch. He's a puppy. He likes to cry sometimes. It's like 6,500 feet or something here, so I feel perpetually like I've never walked up a flight of stairs in my life. But so we've been doing tons and tons of gardening work, just occasionally going into the town of San Miguel, which is mind-blowing. It's been voted something like the #1 smallest city in the world to live for 5 years in a row by Travel and Leisure. It's just absolutely magnificent. I've never seen anything like it as far as colonial architecture, cobbled streets, and miles of it too. It's not just like one little chunk where there's an old town. The people are so nice. Lots and lots of white people, but you know, tons of people who are from here too. So we've only enjoyed it a few times just for shopping and stuff. As we've been caring for the 2 dogs and 4, now 3 cats. So the latest, actually the second to latest big piece of news is that we found one of the kitties dead this morning, which is horrible. He was coughing a little, like hairbally, yesterday, and he seemed a little lethargic, but I've always thought he wasn't like the sharpest tool in the shed, so I thought it was normal for him. But no, it wasn't normal for him, so we're not sure what to do, so we're going to be contacting the owner, who is in UK. And then last night when we were driving into the town for dinner, I thought my car sounded low on oil. We checked and it had like no oil. So we got oil, put it in, and then every time I walk up this trail, it doesn't matter if I walk up it twice a day, it's like you get a face wrap of spider webs. They're very fastidious. So this morning, we realized it was out of oil again after we had put oil in it last night. And I went underneath it and found the leak. So we're going to fix that ourselves, which is good because we need it to get around. There have been lightning storms with the loudest thunder that I've ever heard in my life. It feels like it's directly on top of us. I don't know if it's because we're on the edge of a mountain or something, But the thunder, I've never heard anything like it. Past couple of days, it's been like that. And so the power's been out periodically. A little detail that the owner didn't share with us was that the gate that encloses the property that enables us to get in and out is electric and doesn't work when the power's out. So we had to MacGyver that last night, which was a big victory. I figured it out. I was very proud. And get the gate open so that we were just going to be going to dinner, but of course we'd need to leave for other stuff too. So that was a big win. And then, I believe it was Friday. Was it Friday night or Thursday night? I'm not sure. It was one of those days. I was feeling really low in the afternoon, and Scott suggested that we go on a really fast walk up this mountain, this hill on this trail, and get to the top, which we'd only done maybe twice. And so we did. And we got to the top, and then we thought, oh, let's just kind of go further and see if we can find a good vista, you know. So we did. And when we did that, we went off the trail. Didn't even try to mark our trails that well as we went off of them. But and it was like 5 p.m. when we left. And I think the sun goes down here around 7. So we realized the daylight situation was a bit dicey. And I was certain that we should, not certain, but I thought my best guess was to go back to a certain landmark that I thought we could get to. A big, huge saguaro cactus. I don't know if it's a saguaro, but it looks like one. So that we could follow the trail that we had bushwhacked there, even though we hadn't made it really distinct. And Scott didn't think that was the best plan. He thought it was better to, because we were running out of daylight, if we had gone back to the place where we started, it would have cost us time. So he thought it was better just to head downwards from where we were and try and catch this. There was a stone wall and a barbed wire fence that we had crossed. Catch one of those, and then we'd be able to figure out where we are from there. So I said, okay, let's do that then. So Scott proceeded to look like and behave like a silverback charging through the jungle. He was very pleasant and everything, but he was just charging through this kind of bush area. So it's really steep, and it's loaded with prickly things and loose rocks, and just kind of desperately trying to find a way down. And as he was doing that, I was like, we're gonna have to spend the fucking night up here, because you can barely get through this stuff in the daylight. On a trail, it takes focus. Without a trail, it takes a huge amount of time, focus, and carefulness. And so in the dark, with no trail, and he had already fallen a bunch of times, I knew that it'd just be a problem. So there were these forts, like this trail supposedly was made at some point during the Mexican Revolution, when they were trying to hide from each other, or trying to hide, one side was from the other. Look at this fatty. These are the kind of guys I get to have strapped to my chest like a piece of jewelry. Can you see him? But they're the ones, they make webs all the time. So there's these revolutionary trails that aren't really, they're totally overgrown. No one's around us at all. Like, we've never seen anyone on these trails. It's very remote, even though it's just like 20 minutes from the city center. And they had these like little forts. They were like a semicircle of rocks built up, almost like so you could lay behind them and shoot. And so when we came across the forts, I said, I think we should probably stay here for the night because there's no way we can get through this stuff. And we can't find our trail back. We can't find our bushwhack trail that we didn't even bother marking very much back. And that bushwhack trail would lead to this trail that I'm on. And it was just not a possibility, I didn't think. So eventually, after exploring some more, he agreed, and we had the 2 doggies with us. And the minute that we settled down into the little dirt patch with the rocks around it, I was like, I think the mosquitoes are going to be like our biggest problem. And it was like 8 o'clock when we settled down, and I was in a sleeveless dress and tennis shoes, and he was in tennis shoes and shorts and a t-shirt. And of course we didn't bring any water or anything like that because we just thought we were going on a normal hike, which I'm doing now. And so immediately we got hammered by mosquitoes, so I started pulling as many of the smelly grasses that I could, trying to rub them on my skin. And there's so many beautiful medicinal type plants around here. I don't know what they all are, but a lot of them smell medicinal. Things like, I don't know, I don't really know what they are, but deserty, high terpene, kind of yummy smelling plants. So at like 8:30 we realized that it was going to be fucking brutal. So because the mosquitoes, and I don't know if it's still visible on me. Let me see. I can send a picture in